This is probably the first time I have bought a Casio watch for its full retail price, and I wish I didn't. I wish I waited. I bought this watch 2 months ago and it was just lying in the corner, and I'm only now unboxing it. Do you know why? It's because after I made the purchase, I wasn't too thrilled about it. But I don't understand why many people like this watch. Now that I know I don't like this watch, will I part with it? No, because this watch is now bound by my internal covenant to build a watch collection of only blue dialed watches. Let's unbox. Namaste everybody. The AQ230 is a unisex watch by Casio, and it falls under the vintage series of Casio watches. It is surprisingly small on my wrist, which you will see at the end. The thrill I get after I unbox and hold a G-Shock or a popular Casio Youth Series sports watch for the first time wasn't matched when I finally laid my eyes on this and held it in my hands. This watch doesn't excite me, but at least it will add to my growing collection of blue dial watches. Let's dive right in. Before I dive in deep, here is my suggestion. Choose from the regular color options for this watch, white dial or black dial for just rupees 23.95 instead of paying rupees 34.95 for this turquoise dial. I'm not too thrilled with this, but if you find a good deal on it, then get it. It makes for a good casual watch. Let's now uncover the Casio AQ230 in some detail for the first time on TikTok Treasures. Let's cover one aspect at a time. The case is a tall rectangular case with angular design. The material used for the case and the bezel is chrome-plated resin, which means a scratch on this will really show and you can't do anything about it. The case has a lug-to-lug of 38.8 millimeters. It measures 38 millimeters diagonally, has a width of 29.8 millimeters, lug to lug of 18 millimeters, and a case thickness of 8.1 millimeters. You get 2 buttons on the left to operate the digital sub-display and a completely recessed button on the right to adjust the hands of the analog part. We will talk about this later. The crystal is resin glass and sticks past the level of the bezel a little too much. You can really feel the sharp edges of the crystal. It's resin glass. Any minor superficial scratches can be buffed right off. No biggie. Every bit you see on the dial is either narrow, small, or fine. This AQ230 has a very clean turquoise dial with a small rectangular section cut off at the 6 o'clock position for the digital sub-display. Only the index at the 12 o'clock position is applied, and the rest are painted, and they are narrow stick-like markers. For the price, I wish all of the indices were applied. It comes with just 2 hands. Both hour and minute hands are narrow and small, sewed hands, but these metallic hands stand out against the bright turquoise backdrop. Hence, they are very practical when it comes to telling time, even in dull light situations. The rectangular digital sub-display is alright, but if your face is anything over 1 foot away from the watch, you might not be able to read the digits even with squinting. I will cover this in detail in the next section. The case back is horizontally brushed stainless steel, but this doesn't come with screws. It is just a pressed down case back. This explains just the 30-meter water resistance on this watch. If you want to open this case back, just use something flat and sharp to insert into this notch and pry it open. You get to read all the standard printing that you get to see with most Casio watches, nothing special. As mentioned just a while back, this only has 30-meter water resistance, which means this watch can handle some drizzle, some splashes, and that's it. I wouldn't trust a pressed down case back in a swimming pool. The watch doesn't have any form of illumination, no light, no lume, no good. The button on the right is completely recessed, and if you have fat fingertips like I do, then you will need a toothpick. Using this button, you can adjust the hands to set time. You need patience to set time with this. For example, if you are at 10 o'clock and wish to change the time to say 4 o'clock, it takes forever and it takes a bit of pressure. I don't like this one bit. The two buttons on the left are to operate the digital sub-display. The top left is used to switch modes. We have the timekeeping, the date, single alarm with hourly chime option, dual time, and stopwatch. The stopwatch is easy to operate. Start, stop, and press and hold the same button to reset. The bracelet is brushed stainless steel, and it is kind of like a mini oyster bracelet, and it suits this watch perfectly with a small amount of taper at the lug ends and staying square all the way through to the end. It has adjustable buckle with clasp. You don't need any fancy tools to size this one to suit your wrist. Let me now wear this watch. I have a wrist measuring 6.8 inch and this looks okay for me. The turquoise shines through on my brown skin and the watch sits comfortably on my wrist. I don't experience any hair being trapped in those gaps of the band, but if you have hairy arms, it might be uncomfortable for you. I don't know why, but I will not fall in love with this watch. I know it doesn't suit me, possibly because my wrists are loyal to the G-Shock squares and the rounds. Once you go big, you cannot go back. In conclusion, the Casio AQ230 is a decent watch if you're looking for one that has 2 time zones available at a glance. It helps if you're a traveler and want to keep track of your home time without having to fidget with the buttons. The AQ230 makes for a decent casual watch, and if you wear one with a flashy turquoise dial color such as this, then you might get some attention in public. For a resin watch with 30-meter water resistance and a digital sub-display that requires your eyes to be close to the dial to be able to read, I feel this is overpriced. Thank you for joining us today for the unboxing of Casio AQ230 Turquoise. The next video will be the giveaway video. Stay tuned for that. Please like, share, and subscribe for watch-related content that drops every week on this channel. And if you want to be the first one to be apprised, please hit that bell icon so you can be the first one to be notified, so you can be the first one to watch it, and you can be the first one to come and drop a comment. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram, as we are about to hit the 20,000 follower mark. Until next time, stay tuned and stay classy.